other stuff.
What's better than what stuff now that you lie?
You gotta stop on that, what's that C4. No more C4.
Love my C4.
This is the best.
All right, we live, woman. We live.
And give me a little pump.
This ain't no commercial.
I know. We're not going to. But if they want one, we'll do that.
All right, I'm Robert. This is Kyra. And we are Evenly Yoked Television.
Y'all. How y'all doing?
We are Evenly Yoked Television. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that when you get in a relationship that no one wants to travel down the road of, but a lot of people do, so we try to learn from those situations when we have to go through them. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about divorce and breakups today in relationships, and we're going to start off with a few different people who are going through them at the moment. Anything that you'd like to start off with?
Lord, let's just see, because this is going on in, I say celebrity life, I say reality TV life and real life. Like, I just heard of somebody,
it's a big thing all throughout the entertainment
and
industry.
I just feel like it just popped up, like.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's all over the place, but we'll go to the.
We're gonna look up. Let's look up. Let's look up.
So, you guys know me. I like to start things off with a little bit of levity at all times. So before we get into the hard parts, I got a couple of videos I want you to take a look at. So let's check this one out first. Well, y'all know the song now that it was playing for a couple of seconds.
Which song was it?
Nothing in this world. Yeah, she feel like she got to go bust her open on
That killed me. Like everybody said, that did not go with the song, Kiki. But what did my sister say? Me and my sister, we were talking. We was like, the way that thing was moving and jiggling and everything. Like, I don't know if that was real, fake. Like, okay, Kiki, we see you. Okay, KK.
It's hard to say, right?
Yeah, it didn't go with the song though. Like, but and she knows it didn't go with the song. She said, "Hey," she was so proud of herself. Good job.
Well, women like to be out there like that, even if they married with a whole gang of kids.
We do. So every once in a while.
It is what it is, right? Well, the thing about it is,
yes, we do.
You want to be out there still?
I have to tell my kids, I have to still let them know I still got it. You know what I'm saying?
So you trying to show the people?
No, it's not all about the people. But I have to let him know I still got it. He knows I got it. Why he got it. It's just.
That was the thing in the comments. All up in the comments, everybody was talking about how she's showing off how she got all them kids though.
Yep. Like when you see your grandmama or somebody dancing at like the family thing,
that's how you
and you be like, oh, that's why granddaddy call her big baby.
Yeah,
like, okay,
that's how you got here.
That's how you got
able
here.
to get up on there. That's how you got to the point before you got to get the divorce, like we talking about today.
Oh man, yeah. And how many times has Kiki been divorced now?
I think just once, as far as I know.
She's married again now, though, right?
Yeah, and she had more kids with that guy, I guess.
Okay. So it's just the second marriage. Well, we done gave it away. Oops.
Gave what away?
What we talking about?
We already talked about that part.
Did we say? We didn't say the D word.
Yeah, we did.
Because, that's a word we try not to say around here.
I got to figure out how to get back to my thing,
We try not to say that word around here.
Oh, that ain't nothing, post. Nope, that ain't nothing. I done lost it.
No, you didn't lose it.
I think I did. Hold on, let me see if I can get back to it real quick.
But I do appreciate like I said, in real life, so everybody knows what's going on. And so one of the guys from a family town, he said, hey, in spite of all of the D word that's going on, he wanted to put up some good representations of marriage, of black love. And he put up Samuel Jackson and his wife, and everybody, if you don't know his story, like she helped him out of crack cocaine and everything. Like she really helped him.
Yeah, she did. I remember hearing about that.
Him hearing about that. Right. They were together for a long time.
That was the Kiki Wyatt was my first funny moment. And we're gonna play this one real quick, and then we're gonna get into the show.
Yeah, that was funny too.
He's a good father. He is. And
this from my guy, the Dear Future Wifey channel. I really appreciate his stuff. He always come up with real good content. Yeah, but this was a hilarious moment in TV. This is probably the best moment in TV I've seen all year. YouTube, regular TV, any kind of TV.
Like a blooper.
This is hilarious.
It's the best blooper.
And he has the best intentions for you. His plans are to prosper you.
Yeah.
Bring you to an expected end. But your life does not. Oh my God.
But listen what she says.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Look, this part keep me down.
Bruh. We gonna keep this.
Yeah, wait till you lay out in the chair.
Nigga.
I
can't even reach you.
Look how you lay out in the chair.
This said beyond embarrassing. Wait a minute. You gonna edit this, right? Clearly you didn't.
Bruh.
See, my thing is, why did he edit it?
He's a good
in there.
She said nigga. That's what got me was the nigga. We was, God has an attendant, and it was nigga. He was laid out though.
That was hilarious to me.
She said, whoa. That was funny. I remember when you sent it to me. Remember I sent you a voice recording of how funny it was.
Yeah, I do.
I was riding with the kids.
All right, well, the first one we're going to start off with is Keenan Thomas and his woman.
I didn't know about this one.
From what all the information it seemed like we got so far, this is the most egregious one to me. So we're going to start with it.
When did this one come out?
Hello, Christiana Evangeline. Kenan Thompson has filed for divorce from his estranged wife, Christiana Evangeline. The longtime Saturday Night Live star and Evangeline have agreed to share joint custody of their two daughters, Georgia 7 and Gina 3. TMZ reported, citing sources and court document filed in New York in May. Reps Thompson and Evangeline didn't immediately return. Source request for comment. Sources have confirmed in April that now estranged couples were separating after 11 years of marriage. We exclusively reported the following month that Thompson attended the Hard Rock Hotel opening in New York City without his wedding ring. He looked like he was having so much fun. One spy shared with us at the time. He emceed the start of the show before John Legend performed, and brought his drink on stage and kept saying how he was just chilling. Thompson kept his sunglasses on well throughout the event and into the after party where he was seen chatting with Mayor Eric Adams, Cara Delevingne, Vanessa Hudson, John Legend, and more stars. With a drink in hand, the Good Burger star 44 was overheard telling a fellow attendee how he was doing good. Thompson and the interior designer 33 married in November 2011 in the attic room of the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta. Thompson is the longest running cast member on SNL, having just wrapped his 19th season. His most famous sketches include What's Up With That, Black Jeopardy, and Family Feud, in which he impersonates host Steve Harvey.
He's had a whole lot of good stuff like that. What's Up With That was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, you and your boys.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
I love that one.
Yeah, I love What's Up With That and what he did with Steve Harvey and all of that. But I don't. It's a crazy thing. Seemed like they had a little thing going on, 11 years and all of that. But you watch this next clip here, you see a little bit more why they're going through what they're going through. So.
reportedly dating Kenan Thompson's ex-wife, just a few
That's his
months
cast
after
member
Kenan Thompson
on,
filed for
SNL.
divorce from
Another
Christina
guy.
Evangeline. It's being reported that Christina is now dating Kenan's former Saturday Night Live co-star Chris Redd. According to TMZ, Redd and Evangeline became official within the past year, and there was no overlap or cheating when it happened. Although Thompson
Official.
filed for Evangeline, his wife of 11 years, in May, the couple had been separated for a few years. We're told
Together.
Kenan's aware of his ex's romance with Chris and has no hard feelings. He's apparently moved on and is happily dating other people. The news arrives several months after the couple's separation was announced. Back in May, it was reported that Thompson and his estranged wife have agreed to joint custody of their 2 daughters. Sources told TMZ in May that the couple had been separated over a year now and had been successfully co-parenting their children as they worked on separate coasts. Insiders did not provide details on the couple's split, stating they simply grew apart but are able to remain great friends. Thompson, 44, reportedly met Evangeline, 33, while she was working as an interior designer. They tied the knot in November 2011 in an Atlanta ceremony. Out of all the women in the world, Chris had to date his former co-worker's ex-wife. That's weird to us. Let us know what you think about this story in our comments below. Like, share, and don't forget
who you messing with or who you get with and stuff. And you have to have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, she almost look like one of the Kardashian girls. And they not the best people to whatever they touch don't work out. So it might be to his best benefit. But
So what do you think about the whole she done jumped ship for another comedian that you was working with though? What do you think about that part?
like I say, that's messed up. And
You good.
okay. It's messed up, and that's why you gotta vet the people you with, but even before you vet them, you have to look at their tendencies and their practices. I bet you somewhere in her history, she's done this to a previous person, like she dated somebody else's friend, because people have different rules. Either you with somebody that says, "Oh, well, my friend, my sister stuff, that's off limits," or people don't have that rule.
Yeah.
For her to do that, I guarantee you it's been done before.
I can see that.
And you got to see that. And you got to... So people need to get this out your mind that, when they with me, it'll be so different. No.
No, I don't agree with that.
No. Like my mama say, you don't know change until God changes somebody. And when God changes them, you can see it.
Until Father God.
Right?
Until Father God changes them. Gotcha.
You don't just, I just fell in love with... And it happens so much. And it's very rare. When people say, we were with this person and then, I was working with them and now I fell in love with them. That ain't gonna last long either. What?
Probably not.
It ain't gonna last long. Or she probably gonna be trying to bounce back to Kenan.
Nah, I don't see that part coming. I see her maybe trading off to get with another entertainer. I can see that. But I don't see it going back.
Her baby girls, And that's what I said. Like, are we raising kids?
They grow up and do the same.
I won't ask that right now.
Yeah, she gonna grow up and.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Jump from No.
Jump from what? One ship to the next?
Okay. Well, I'll censor this part of it just for a minute. Let's let you know it's a parental advisory coming up. She gonna jump from they kids gonna raise them up to jump from dick to dick like a pogo stick. Just like the rest of them. Everybody want to keep coming out here and act like there shouldn't be no type of rules to nothing.
Yeah, but there are, and
that's why people come around and act like that.
Right, and I think that's the crazy thing. Like, it was starting to show up more in the world, even more. Even with what was going on with the purge, and we're starting to realize that the world is starting to become this place where rules don't exist. But rules and laws exist, and you have to abide by them. And that's in everything, in your relationships, in your business, in your life. And we're starting to just become a ruleless society, and it's not good.
I agree with all of that.
It's not good.
Oh, it's true! It's damn true!
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. This is one we covered last week.
Did we?
I think it was a week before that, I think.
Before that, yeah.
Yeah, but they've actually retained their lawyers, so we're gonna check in on them a little bit.
What that mean?
They retained divorce lawyers.
end zone of their relationship. After 13 years of marriage and 2 kids, the 7-time Super Bowl champ and supermodel have reportedly hired divorce lawyers to begin separating their multi-million-dollar empire. We've got the latest details on the shocking reports. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. After months of speculation that Tom and Giselle's marriage was on the rocks, Page Six reported that both stars have obtained divorce attorneys and have been...
I don't think it's going to take that much. She's got a whole lot of money. She has way more money than him, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think
From being a model?
Yeah, I think she's worth a couple $100 million, actually.
What's Tom worth?
I don't think quite that much.
Football.
No, he's worth a ton of millions too. I mean, they're splitting atoms here. I mean, they're both gonna be just fine financially.
But let me ask you this though: do you really think they're getting a divorce?
It seems like it. It seems like it because once they get to the point where both of them feel like that's the case, then yeah, I think.
But it comes on the heels of what? Of his whole thing about leaving the NFL and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. This one I'm still speculating.
And she can't wait for him. She can't wait for him to finish one more year. So sound like that's what it's gonna be.
This one, my spirit feels a little funny about it. I don't know, but I don't know about this one.
What's so funny about the spirit on this one?
I don't know. This one just don't feel like it's. It seems like it's some kind of tactics or something, you know. And then that's interesting to me too, is that we got to realize, like, okay, let's look at it. It's September. We're in that 4th quarter right now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times marriage is a business. It is, you know, you say, hey, it's a business.
It is a business.
So right now in the 4th quarter, I don't know what that may mean or why everybody's coming out getting a divorce right now, or if there's something in the skies or sun. You know, but it's just, this is ironic. 4th quarter, a lot of people getting divorced and everything. We're going to do some research and go a few years back and see if the 4th quarter and divorce has anything. This is just really crazy. Yeah. And people get divorced all the time. You know, don't get us wrong. They get divorced all the time. But, I don't know.
Been living separately for the past couple of months, following what sources told the outlet was a huge fight. One source said it looked like the argument was...
After him supposedly going to leave. Mm-hmm. And all the articles that, or was him leaving the smoke screen for this?
No, she wanted him to retire originally, right. And then once he, this is what my guess is. My guess is once he retired, once he sat at the house for about 2-3 weeks, he's like, God, dog, this ain't football. so let me get back. let me get back out there with my boys. And go back to war. Jesus Christ, this woman won't leave me alone for 2 minutes. She just want to spend every day with me. This is way worse than getting...
He got to find something else to war with.
It is way worse than getting tackled every day by
Dang, that's sad. That's...
I said, hey, all these doggone kids won't leave me alone, boy. So what do you mean? Let's go play the football again.
You know, you probably do feel like that the way your kids be running on you. Sometimes you'd rather be at the factory.
My kids run me crazy, and it's like I tell you all the time. It's not that one is necessarily worse or better than the other. It's just different things. Yeah. So like when you're doing your work and stuff like that, now especially as a man, I'm not sure how you feel as a woman, but as a man, when you're doing your work, you're in your place of solace, and you're able to really think and really get to
really hone in.
Yeah, if you would, you know. Yeah. So I wouldn't call it like one thing's better than the other. I'm just saying he's probably really used to living life a certain way. Then he hop out there and no football, and now you at the house 24 hours a day. I mean, anything can be a shock for anybody.
Yeah, when it's something like, you know, I mean, like I told you, like I used to eat, sleep, breathe it, and when it's something that you've done for so long, you do have that period where you're just like, I don't know what to do. What do I do now? Yeah. Because that's what I ate, slept, breathed. Like that was my identity. That was, you know, even like mothers, we go through that. Mm-hmm. And women, sometimes when our identity is in making sure everything with our kids and our house and our, you know, and we're like, okay, oh my gosh, no more kids, or they're getting more grown now and they can, you know, that's why they say you can't have your identity in that. Mm-hmm. Your identity has to be in you. It's a part of it, but it doesn't, you know, so maybe that's what's going on.
That's right there. Girl, you dropping gems today.
Oh, it's true! It's damn true!
All right, let's dive back into Tom Brady real quick.
the end of their marriage and that the two are already looking at who gets what if they move forward with divorcing. Now, it's not just sources reporting on relationship issues. There's been some less than subtle hints that something is going on over the past few months. More specifically, after Tom announced in March that he was going to unretire from playing football and return for another season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after just 40 days in retirement. Tom would go on to miss 11 days of training camp ahead of the season for what he told reporters in August was personal shit. And Giselle didn't attend her husband's first home game of the season, despite her kids going. Giselle also told Elle magazine in September that she'd been asking her athlete husband to be more present with their family. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again, she said at the time. I've done my part, which is to be there for Tom. I moved to Boston and I focused on creating a cocoon and a loving environment for my children to grow up in and to be there supporting him in his dreams. Moving forward, Giselle said she wanted to return to her work as an environmentalist and a model, saying, now it's going to be my turn. Now, I can definitely see why that kind of unretirement drama would cause problems in a relationship, but sources close to the model said that it was sexist to blame all their problems on that. They told Page Six the marriage problems had nothing to do with his decision to return to the NFL, noting that sometimes things are complicated. As with many marriages, it's not just one thing. Giselle has made it clear that she worried about Tom playing.
What were you saying?
Okay, so we got it. So what were you saying? What is it? What?
What is what?
What is her modeling? What was it?
I was making a joke.
Yeah, what was that?
What she gonna model?
She still has.
What you gonna model? Geriatric clothing?
Oh, that's wrong. She still has, Tom. If Tom's still gonna be out there playing football,
yeah, but he on his last leg. She already gave up on her.
But what it seems like now,
why she want to still work and he can't work?
Well, because this is the thing. She's given. It's almost like, we come from a military place, right? Mm-hmm. So, a lot of the military people, when they're going high, the wife is giving everything, or even the man, they put everything aside to help this person push their career, or in pastoral, I know how that is.
Oh, Lord, we're going to have to bring this up one day. We're going to have to watch your little Army Wives show and go over that one day.
Yes. And they're pushing it, and then at some point, the man, he says, or she says, hey, you've been there for me. We've been working and doing me. You put your dreams aside. Mm-hmm. Now is the time. That is a good marriage.
I don't think either one of these people have had to put their dreams aside. She is a supermodel and at her field, worth more than he's worth in his.
But what has she been doing since those children have been around?
Listen,
since those children have been around.
Listen,
has she, just because kids come doesn't mean I should have to stop.
No, that's not what it is. But like women act like you about to be able to lay down your work and start, and you want to have kids. That's why you did it. That's why you did it. Tom Brady and most guys is going to tell you, hey, we can hold off having the kids. Let's hold off till our 40s, till our 50s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the problem is that you, as a woman, biologically, you can't really hold off to your 30s, to your to your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, which is why y'all's biological clock goes off like that. And then y'all like, okay, well, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of my time as my career in order for me to be able to have these babies and stuff like that. But then the babies get a little bit older and they need you a little bit less. And then you're like, oh man, I can see that, in 6 years, they're going to be 18, 19, 20, and they're going to be up out of here. And it's just going to be me and Tom. That's how y'all like. Then I gotta find something to do with my time now.
Well, I think like as a couple, like we say, it should be, I don't know, like when our kids are gone, I'm not going to feel like, oh my God, but it's because of how we're sort of structuring it, is that you have to have the things you're doing and breathing. Yeah, our kids are very, very important to us, and they're a part of us, but we still have us, and that's what a lot of the older marriages that people we talked to know what they said is that, there is a time where it's, hey, our time, but your time is when your kids are there too. Okay. Because you cannot wait for your time until the kids are gone. You still have to have your time, but you still have to be able to. You have to be able to sort of help both of y'all push what you're pushing, in a sense, But it's somewhat like it has to be. I don't know. I think partnerships, like how she's sort of feeling is that his job that he's in, he's not really there, and she got that. She understood he wasn't going to be there because, like you say, like Tom said, he hasn't had birthdays, holidays. He hasn't been there. So she's had to do all of that, and she understood that. But now it's time for him to retire and sort of give a little bit more to her, and especially with the kids being young too. To the kids, his kids are young.
Listen,
and he can.
Listen,
and
guys.
it doesn't mean he's laying down his shield.
Listen, guys.
Right.
Okay. Listen. This is what kills me about this particular conversation. Is that if we're talking about the difference between 1 to 2 more years of football, and that's the reason why you're deciding that you want a divorce, if that's the reason, then I feel like this is the most asinine argument I've ever heard in my life. He has, listen, even Tom Brady, as great as he is at football and his old age, even him, he only got 2-3 more years tops. Hold off. Hold off.
Well, there's definitely
hold
more.
off. If it's really that, learn how to compromise a little bit.
Yeah, but who's to say? I compromise very well. You don't do that. We compromise very well. But who's to say that it's not at that point?
It could be.
And it could be at that, because you don't know it all.
It could be, but this is not like this.
No,
hold on. This is not like one of those situations like where you see in the movies where the guy or the girl, they cheating all the time. He's like, "Cause baby, I'm gonna change. True. Listen, at the end of the day, this football gonna make him change. You don't got no choice. You're not gonna be able to keep playing football forever. Now, I mean, he could retire and then decide, oh, I'm gonna be a coach now. Then still never be over.
Right? But I don't think she's asking for him to be over, because you want him to do. You want each other to do what fulfills them and what they like. Because then that makes them a better fulfilled person in your marriage. But you never know. Like, what if they had like how your dad, he said y'all was acting up, so he had to bring it home.
Yeah, he had to come on home.
He had to come on home, right? So you never know. One of them babies could be wilding out, or they could need more structure or something like that, and she needs him more.
Yeah, somebody I heard made that same point. They were saying maybe it has something to do with one of the kids is not acting right and she's having a hard time with that. And being a dad that's here all the time, I understand that frustration, because
it frustrates us.
Because I get phone calls on the phone regularly about these boys of ours.
Like, your son. and then because it's just a difference, especially with boys. And I mean, I don't know how we has that, but I know his dad is his I'm thinking about Manning and them. No, his dad is there too. But it's still not a difference. Like, I remember we were somewhere, you weren't there, but your dad was there, and I was like, yeah, LJ wilding out, and your dad was sort of giving them the stern, but it's still not like daddy.
Well, no, it's not going to be exactly the same.
It's not going to be exactly the same. Papa sort of put the, and I got to step back a little bit, like, but I don't think this is a total. I hope that it's not because of him wanting to play. I hope it's a whole lot more. But I think really, and we'll get to that too, is that people just don't do marriage or unions the same anymore.
Yeah. Let's see what the rest of this say real quick, and then we'll move on.
Playing football, and that they had many talks about it, they continued. But they have had a series of blow-ups over the past few years, and this time it looks like there's no going back. Now, it's important to note that neither Giselle nor Tom have talked openly about splitting or plans to divorce, but eagle-eyed fans did notice her birthday post to Tom in August seemed a little off, called him focused and disciplined, but not much else, and said that he's so loved, but not by who. Who knows? Could mean nothing, could mean everything. We'll definitely keep you updated here, so like and subscribe on our channel, and head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.
You know what? I'll show you the video. This older group of women, they were singing in church. And you know what they were singing? They were singing this song. It said, "You better keep your business off of Facebook," and that's what they were singing in church.
Their new thing?
Yeah, that was their song. And what we got to realize is that a lot of people be putting stuff on Facebook and in these medias, and it's not real. Like, you can say one thing, like, it's crazy. You'll say one thing good about your husband this day or your spouse. The next day, oh, I'm leaving them. What the? Like, the next one you're going to do, the next one we're going to talk about, mind-blowing to everybody. Like, you were just saying something totally different.
Which one are you talking about?
The one you about to pull up right now.
I'm about to play this one.
Oh, no, never mind. Lord, it's 4 of them? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's more.
People come back together.
I wanted to come back and cover Nia Long and Ime Udoka for a minute, because they're actually deciding they're going to work it out. So.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good.
I told you that, though, didn't I?
That's good that they're gonna work it out though.
I
right?
told you that though, didn't
I mean, why wouldn't you? That's a, listen.
I? Keep your business off of Facebook.
Listen, these NBA guys, you know what they doing. She knew that.
But has he got back to
She knew
the
that.
Knicks yet?
He just got a little sloppy.
Long is reportedly working things out with her fiancé after cheating, allegedly in counseling with a well-known pastor. According to reports, Nia and Amy are devoted Christians, and that's why the first thing they thought of in times of trouble was seeking spiritual.
Look, so let me put this. So when I heard it the first time,
hold on.
Let me put this in retrospect.
I'm just real. Let me say something real short. I'm definitely cutting you off this time. So you're devoted Christians now?
I'm glad that what it says that they, but that's somewhat the difference. Is that them having something higher?
There you go.
Allows them to not just separate.
Preacher.
But they're going for Christian counseling and solace, because you're gonna mess up.
Indeed.
But it's about, like I think I told my son the other day, it's not about you gonna be in the fire. It's about how you go through the fire. And so that I appreciate that. But I do not want us to think that just because we say we are Christians, that sins or things that we do are acceptable. They're not. It's just that we also have a place of conviction and of repentance.
There you go. Preach the word, girl.
That's all I'm saying.
There
So
you go.
I commend them for that.
Yeah, for working.
And hopefully they'll get married.
Help. They're reportedly currently making things work with the help of their pastor, allegedly, and they're moving forward with the spiritual help of the pastor, who is known to many people through his popular ministry, according to news reports. The friend of Nia reportedly said that they are in need of Jesus and only he can fix their situation, and then they'll be moving forward in no time. The reports of Nia and Amy seeking spiritual help come right after Celtics suspended his as a head coach. They gave the reason that I violated the team policy, which is why he's reportedly being held accountable for what he did. The suspension came right after a rumor of Amy's alleged romance with an employee went public. Even though he hasn't said much about it, the reports of an alleged affair have gone viral. According to reports, things going on with the couple are certainly disturbing, and they're allegedly going through a very difficult time. An insider also said that all these things reportedly are too much to process for Nia, and that she's relying on her loved ones and is turning to them for support and strength. According to reports, a statement from Nia has also been released in which she thanks her fans and family for all their love and support. She also reportedly says in the statement that all this love means so much to her during this difficult time. According to reports, Nia and her fiancé were thinking about making things official before all this, but now there might not be a wedding after. According to reports, they have been engaged since 2015, which is the first red flag. So it's safe to say that Nia Long has been going through a lot recently with all the reported rumors of Eames' affairs with allegedly multiple women and his suspension as a coach for the Celtics. But Nia Long, according to news reports, allegedly sticking with her man. She reportedly isn't going to leave him. According to reports, a friend of Nia's recently stated that Nia and Amy are allegedly taking counseling with a pastor to improve their relationship, according to news reports. Things have been pretty rough in the past few weeks, so the...
Well, good. That's good. You know, I wanted to add that in there because, you know, at least somebody's, you know, trying to work it out. You know, there's going to be rough patches in any relationship or marriage that you have. Right. And one of the biggest things that you can do is try to work it out, especially if there's children's involved or... Children. You know, it don't matter. Children, just the two of you, whatever your legacy, your longevity. Right. You know, when you first get with somebody, you know, there's a reason you wanted to be with them. So, you know, just for that sake, you know, maybe try to work things out. But, you know, that's why I wanted to put that in there.
Right, and they've been, you know, I mean, you've already been engaged for about 9 years, so you might as well.
Yeah, might as well work it out. Might as well. Now I forgot that. But this is one.
That's a red flag. Being engaged that long is a red flag.
We're gonna end it with
a red flag.
Angelina and Brad Pitt, because they they're splitting too.
They've been splitting a long time ago though.
Did they? Maybe
maybe
that's just old for me. Maybe it's just the story is coming out as far as what happened. Did you hear the story about how they split too?
I thought they've been. I don't know.
Let's talk about Tia and her husband real quick.
Yeah. Oh my Lord, that's 4 couples. This one, like I said, is just mind blowing. Mm-hmm. It's mind blowing. None of us saw this coming.
To report that Tia and her husband Corey are over and done after 14 years of marriage. So Tia is the one that filed for divorce. She went down to the courthouse today and she filed, and the reason being is because of irreconcilable differences. Now these two do have children. They have an 11-year-old and a 4-year-old. Now Tia did file for joint custody, and she filed to throw out any type of spousal support or anything of that nature. They do have a prenup, so it's looking like it's gonna be pretty easy as far as that is concerned. But I'm really surprised and taken back. If some of you know, these two have been together for a very long time. They've been married 14 years, but they've been together way longer. So these two met back in 1999. They were actually working on an independent film together. He was standing at a bus stop in a bad neighborhood. She was driving with her sister. They actually gave him a ride, and they were friends ever since. Now, he didn't have anything. He had like a raggedy apartment, no furniture, and you know, she was just coming off of sister, so she was doing good for herself. Now, these two did stay friends for like a year. They started dating in the year 2000. Got married in 2008, and everything seemed good up until now. So I'm really, really surprised. I really thought these two were actually gonna be married for a really long time. So it's very unfortunate if you ask me, but you never know what people are going through in their personal relationships. So I'm wishing both of them the best. Now, Tia did talk about this on her Instagram, and this is what she posted. I have always been honest with my fans, and today is no different. I wanted to share that Corey and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy and not without sadness. We will maintain a friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children. I'm grateful for all the happy times we had together and want to thank my friends, family, and fans for your love and support as we start this new chapter moving forward in our lives. Very classy. You already know Tia and Tamara are very classy. But I do want to know what you guys feel about this whole situation. How do you feel about these two getting a divorce? You guys leave your comments below. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see, I seen them out and about. I thought they was looking good together.
They were just in Paris.
Yeah, thought they was looking good together.
And she was saying how much she loves to do life with him. Mm-hmm. And that's why I say, too, like I told you, like, people got to be more real. And that's why I appreciate things like Black Love, and because they were on Black Love, you know.
And appreciate things like Evenly Yoked television, where we keep it real and tell you what's really going on.
That there are, you go through, like, everything's not lollipops. Mm-hmm. And that's why this is blindsiding. Yeah. Because it was like everything was so good, and now you're divorced. But it's not our business. You know, it's not our business to know the insides of their marriage. Right. But the thing is, too, if you're gonna put stuff out about everything else, like, be real. That's all I'm saying is, be wholeheartedly, just be real. Don't just only show the upside. Mm-hmm. Show the middle and the downside. So I will say that is her name Tia? Yeah. I know, like, she did have, like, during COVID, I think it really got to her. Like she was saying, and, you know, mental things and stuff like that. So you just never know, like.
Yeah, you don't ever know what nobody going through. And, like, this post was, I guess, Corey Hardick said he was a Hardrick. I guess I've been saying it wrong all this time. Hardrick has been saying he was blindsided by the divorce. He didn't cheat, and not sure why Tia wants to end it. He don't even know. You've been with somebody for 14 years, and you have no idea why they want to do what they want to do.
I mean, I hope she really gives him a. I don't know. You know. That's what I'm saying. I think he knows.
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, I think he knows. You know,
you like pay attention.
And folks. Like that's like let's go real life now. Mm-hmm. Like I just heard from my mom that they were somewhere at a church conference and asked somebody. He said, "Yo, me and wifey's divorce is final next week." Yep. Like blindsided. And he said, I tried everything I could.
Yeah, we might be blindsided, but you're not blindsided in there unless you're just not paying no attention.
And that's a good point too, that you have to be, I think we say this, and you have to be, intimacy is into me you see. So you have to have that intimacy, that you have to see into me. We have to actually be in tune, you know. And I think that's the biggest point, y'all, is you gotta, and it's not just like I said, sometimes a lot of people just like the thing, you just like to say, oh, I got a man, oh, I'm married, okay, and
doing it for the show.
Right, doing it for the show.
Before we get to Brad and Angelina, I thought this was kind of funny when I ran across it as well. You want to read that for me?
Yes. So let me get this right. Women across the world are enraged. I thought I said engaged. Enraged about Nia Long getting cheated on. Yeah, they are. But made a joke out of Will Smith getting cheated on. Did they make jokes? Because that was messed up.
You don't remember Bad Marriage for Life? You don't remember that?
No, because
they did that on the Red Table
with
Talk.
her son's friend.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Sure, sleeping with the little boys. Well, you know.
Queen of Accountability. It says at Queen of Accountability.
Hey, but you know, it's nasty when dudes do it. But you know, she out here sleeping with little boys and stuff.
Little boy, no, like it's the same. Y'all forgave.
Not to women.
It is.
Okay.
There is a group of women that it's not biased. It's both.
Okay.
Y'all forgave Jada right away. Who forgave Jada?
All you women people.
For embarrassing her. No, she embarrassed
y'all women still love Jada.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, and maybe it's just me. Like I look at it totally different now. She's a man, embarrassing her husband, but will bully and harass a man that did the same behavior.
Selective outrage. That's always true. It's always going to be some selective outrage.
Well, everybody has their choices.
Yeah.
And what you believe, and I think sometimes that's just because women and men, sometimes we don't like to get healed, like I told you. And a lot of times you want to get upset with what you see because it's something you haven't healed from.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's crazy.
So last one, this one was odd to me. Kyra is saying that they've been I guess departed from each other for a long time. But
ain't she the one that adopted?
Yeah, they adopted the little black kids and all of that.
And stuff.
But I was not aware of all of that was going on.
Allegations about an alleged 2016 physical altercation with his then-wife, Angelina Jolie, after Jolie's legal team made disturbing claims.
There you go, then wife. So I'm behind on that. I didn't know they was not together no more. But I guess the story is really about how they split up. So let's look at that real quick.
What's her new claims?
Of violence in a countersuit filed Tuesday. In a statement to CNN, a representative for Pitt responded, quote, Jolie's story continues to evolve each time she tells it, with new, unsubstantiated claims. Brad has accepted responsibility for what he did, but will not for the things he didn't do. These new allegations are completely untrue. The new allegations of violence are the latest in the bitter legal battle involving the couple's French estate and winery, Chateau Merval. In the countersuit, while trying to explain why Jolie separated from Pitt, Jolie claims the marriage came to an end while flying to their Los Angeles home from Chateau Merval in 2016. Jolie claims Pitt was, quote, physically and emotionally abusive to Jolie and their children during the flight, and that at one point, quote, Pitt grabbed Jolie by the head and shook her, and then grabbed her shoulders and shook her again. The document continues, quote, Pitt choked one of the children and struck another in the face. Some of the children pleaded with Pitt to stop. They were all frightened. Many were crying. The countersuit also claims that the children, quote, rushed in and all bravely tried to protect each other. For this reason, the legal documents state Jolie and her 6 children have not been able to return to Chateau Merval due to the, quote, pain Pitt inflicted on the family that day. CNN previously reported some of these details from a heavily redacted FBI report in August. Pitt was not arrested or charged in connection with the incident after the FBI's investigation.
From killing it at work to killing at work.
The level of violence was extreme.
Vengeance.
It could be true. Especially if the FBI came out there,
A lawsuit in February against Jolie after Jolie sold her stake in the winery. Pitt claims he and Jolie had an agreement neither would sell without the other's consent. In her countersuit, Jolie claims there was no such agreement.
You want to hurt me?
You're nothing.
The Oscar-winning couple, who starred in 2 movies together, split after that flight in September 2016, and Jolie filed for divorce from Pitt 5 days later. A dissolution of their marriage was granted in 2019, but their legal battles over property and custody of their children continue.
So, Robin, this divorce, if you...
That is crazy if any of that is true.
What?
If any of what she's claiming about this man is true, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean...
They already split, so, and if any of that's true, that's really so. But, he up on the doggone plane, he whooping all kind of ass. That shit is crazy.
Crazy.
Just beating the brakes off the kids.
Off the kids and Angelina.
Beating the brakes off the woman. Jesus Christ. Wow.
That's crazy.
I can't imagine all that being true. But if it is, I can see why. Hey, if you in a situation like that, please split up from the brother.
Right. Yeah.
Please split up from the brother. Don't be sitting around in no situation getting yourself whooped on like that. Now, the credibility of this woman, I'm not sure. I personally don't really believe he would have done all that. But
why not?
I don't know. She seemed like she the crazy person in the relationship.
Yeah, like there's always one that seems, but they've always done crazy. What was it, Mr. and Mrs.? What was the movie?
Yeah, they was doing some real life Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Beating the brakes off each other.
What's that? The one where he was dipping her. Like they've always done.
I don't know that one. I only know
they've always done crazy.
The only movie I seen them do together was
or
Mr. and
fighting
Mrs. Smith.
Stuff. They're always. They weren't in Oceans together. Angelique wasn't in any other Oceans, was she? I think it was just Brad Pitt.
I don't know, girl.
Yeah, I think it was just Brad. So.
I don't know.
Everybody's not splitting up, y'all, and you can stay together.
Yeah, you sure can.
Like we said, Samuel Jackson's wife, 42 years. It's out there.
So, what would be your biggest advice if somebody was saying, "Hey, how do I avoid winding up like these people on here? Winding up like all of these people that's getting split up, apparently getting whooped on, apparently, getting cheated on and all of that. How do you wind up not being some of these people?"
I don't know. So this November will be 14 years for us, right?
Indeed, 14.
Not all ups. There's been middle places, downs, even times where we were thinking about going the opposite way.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing I would say is like you said earlier, you have to know why you got together. And seek counseling. Like, seek it for yourself, to better yourself, and to better both of you guys. And you can't fight alone. And you have to be willing to change. Like, that's the biggest thing, I think, is that sometimes people are not willing to change. And they rather just be like, I'm gone. Seek counseling and do the work.
Well, if somebody like, I'm gone, let them go.
Yeah, you can't fight by yourself.
There you go. Let them go.
And you do have to let the person go. And hopefully and prayerfully, if it's meant for y'all to be together, you'll be together. But, sometimes it's not. And, because like I say, even
and if it's
in
not,
my family,
it was
cool. Better for her to let him go.
If you're not meant to be together, that's cool too. I mean, look at that Tyler Perry movie where old boy was treating her crazy and all of that, and then he wound up getting sick and ill. Just think about that. I mean, she wound up finding her a good brother, with fake braids, and that just wanted her to be her. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We can all go out here and listen. If somebody don't want to be with you, let them go. Let them go. Number one, let them go. And then, let them get their own, just do wherever it's coming from.
Yeah, wherever it's coming from.
And then you go ahead and get you a brother or a sister with some fake, some prosthetic braids.
Tyler.
And go ahead and live your life. You know, it's a serious situation. You know, don't nobody want to have to get divorced. When we all enter into these relationships, it's because we actually care about the person that we like them.
Yeah, you like them.
You know, you like what you see.
Unless you're making bed pics, as Pastor.
Even if you're making bed pics, you like something about that person.
Yeah.
You know, you should if you want to get into a bedroom situation with somebody that you really don't like, or you have some sort of disdain for, then I think there's a major problem with you. You got way worse things to worry about than just divorce. You got way worse things in your brain than that. So I think when we get into these situations, you know, it's something that we like about these people, something that they did for us, some kind of way that they made us feel. So nobody wants to get divorced when we come into it.
But what ends up happening usually is what you loved about them so much is when you get in the relationship later on, it's what despises you later on. And you have to, sometimes it's what, you know, like I really loved that you were so straightforward. You know, you were straightforward. You would tell us what it is, how it's going to be. And then for a time,
you don't love that no more, huh?
Well, I still do love it. But it can sometimes be like, oh, you a dictator. But I like that he is a strong king. It gets on me sometimes, but I'm having to learn how to follow suit and sometimes just let him do what he want to do, and then he'll come back to me anyway that I'm right. So, but usually that's what it is, you guys. You have to remember that thing that's bothering you now. You loved it before.
Hold on, now and number one, I can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing that was about you that I love that I don't like now or that bothers me.
Really?
Like what? Tell me something.
That didn't bother you?
No, tell me something. Tell me something that I fell in love with you for, or that I liked about you, that winded up being an issue for me later on.
Oh, I don't know. I can't think about myself.
There's nothing. That's not my story.
It's a big thing for me. Usually it
that's
is.
That's not my story.
Or maybe it's a woman thing.
The things I didn't like about you before, the things I don't like now.
No, the thing you liked is now the thing that sort of irritates you.
You know what? I'll admit, like, and, you know, might get a little X-rated again, just a little bit. You know, when I met my wife, you know, she had a little wagon on her, right? She had a little wagon on her, and at first, you know, that wasn't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You enjoying the wagon, you love that. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, sometimes when you get a little bit older, you know, you just want to sleep. Well, she'd be dragging that wagon all around the bed and stuff like that. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Peace, y'all. Lord have mercy.
See, like I said, that's not my testimony. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that I liked. You know,
I still like it.
It was some things I didn't like, and some of those things you still be doing.
Yeah, it's just time that's got to me. Yeah.
But you know, I feel like this was a good stream, girl. This is productive, and you know, we kind of come away with it in ways that we can help figure out how to have longer, sustainable relationships. You know, take these situations from other people and learn from them. You know, I'm sure they didn't want to become the example, but you know, they are the example, just like we are, just like you are. So, if there's anything else from you,
we want to know what you think, though.
Oh yeah, we do. We want to know exactly.
So direct your finger.
We want to know exactly what you think. So you get on here, you press the like button, you get on the keyboard, make some comments, right?
Like and subscribe.
And subscribe. All right, we can do all three of those things. I think you guys can do all of those. Comment, like, and subscribe. Evenly Yoked TV. I'm Robert. This is Kyra, and we're gone.
Deuces, lay y'all.